Hey, Marley, so what day are we heading back for New Year's this year? Looks like my company's year-end wrap-up is gonna be the 27th. Probably gonna be drinking with the guys afterwards, so we could just head to my parents' place on the 28th, huh? Since we'll already spend Christmas with your family this year.
Wait, your parents' place? What the hell are you talking about? We're supposed to spend New Year's at my parents' this year as well, remember?
Huh?
Don't tell me you seriously forgot. We made a deal, Johnny. You promised. This year we're spending the holidays with my family, both Christmas and New Year's. Every single year since we got married, it's been your side of the family. You swore that this year would finally be different.
Did I? I don't recall making that promise at all, so I'm calling that whole conversation null and void. We're doing the same as always. New Year's at my folks. End of story.
Are you kidding me right now?
My parents are looking forward to it too. They already ordered the New Year's food and everything. No way I can just cancel on them now.
That's not fair. My parents have been waiting for this for a whole year. You don't get to just brush them off. Call your parents right now and tell them we're not coming this year.
Yeah, no, that's your problem, not mine. You go tell your folks we're not visiting. End of discussion. New Year's is happening at my family home as always. I'm the husband. I make the call. So you better start acting like a good wife and fall in line.
You lying piece of... We agreed on this a year ago. You swore it, Johnny.
Shut your damn mouth already! What the hell's with that tone, huh? Calling your own husband a liar now? That's some nerve for a wife. Enough! Start making the arrangements like you always do! Book the flights, get the fancy gifts for my parents, don't screw it up!
Hey now, Marley. How dare you make your precious husband suffer like this? Honestly, you're a disgrace of a wife, you know that? I heard from Johnny you've been talking for 3 whole days, refusing to talk to him. Throwing a tantrum just because you're upset about going back to our family home for New Year's? Pathetic. I am not sulking. I am protesting. We had an agreement. This year we would spend the holidays at my parents' house. Johnny broke that promise and hasn't even apologized. And now I'm supposed to just shut up and smile while you both act like nothing happened? Oh, for heaven's sake, Molly, stop whining over such trivial things. A wife's place is to follow her husband's wishes without question. It's only natural that we spend New Year's at our side of the family, you silly girl. Who do you think you are to throw a fit over something as simple as this? What? Honestly, I never thought you were this childish. But, well, I'm a very understanding mother-in-law, you see. I suppose I can understand why you might feel a little left out. It must be exhausting, all the politeness and manners involved at our house. Maybe you just wanted to escape all that and hide away at your parents for once, Amanda. So here's a brilliant idea. Why don't we all go on a little family trip for New Year's instead? All of us? Yes, all of us. It's a win-win, isn't it? We can cancel the New Year's feast in time, and instead, as a special treat to our dear selfish daughter-in-law, we'll turn it into a family getaway. Aren't I just the most kind-hearted mother-in-law ever? Amanda, when you say family trip, you mean you and your husband are joining too, right? It's not just me and Johnny? Of course! We'll go together, the 4 of us. A nice cozy stay at a lovely hot springs inn. Wouldn't that be delightful? So, in the end, I'm still stuck with you two. Exactly. And since this whole idea is because of your little tantrum, you'll be handling all the arrangements, Molly. Everything. Booking the inn, planning the meals, making sure it's an unforgettable family experience. Huh? I have to do it all by myself? Naturally. And let's see, since it's a special occasion, we deserve only the best. Make sure it's an ultra-luxurious hot springs inn, got it? And the room must have a private bath. I absolutely refuse to use the public ones. And who's paying for all of this? Why, you are, of course, darling. It's your fault we're having this family trip after all. Isn't that only fair? That's insane! Oh, and don't forget to select a place with exquisite seafood. But make sure they don't serve crab. Your father-in-law is allergic. You'd better make the proper arrangements. Wouldn't want him to die on New Year's, would we? If that's the case, why don't we just book a big chain resort? They have buffets where everyone can pick what they like, and they offer private baths if you reserve them in advance. Excuse me? Are you suggesting we spend New Year's Eve in some tacky budget hotel? Absolutely not! If that's your best suggestion, I'll just cancel everything and we'll spend New Year's at our house like always. What? You heard me, so get moving and make sure you book a proper, extravagant family trip. And listen carefully. If it ends up being boring or disappointing in any way, we'll never let you forget it. You'll be permanently banned from ever suggesting anything for New Year's again. We'll spend it at our house every single year until you die. Johnny, where are you? It's almost time to leave. If we don't get going now, we won't make it to the inn before check-in, remember? You were supposed to pick up your parents and meet me at the station.
Oh yeah, about that. Turns out my parents decided they'd rather spend New Year's at our place after all, so cancel the trip, will ya? Thanks.
What? You can't be serious. I went through all the trouble of booking the exact luxury inn your parents demanded.
Yeah, well, they said they didn't like that old dump. Sure, you called it some fancy historical inn, but it's basically a rundown relic, isn't it? They refused to spend New Year's in a place like that.
What the hell are you saying?
I was kind of looking forward to it myself, but thanks to your terrible taste, the whole family trip is canceled. You're really useless, you know that?
No, I spent days planning everything.
Like we'd eat at some filthy old inn. We'd rather chill at home with some booze. Anyway, we're not going, so cancel it now. And while you're at it, pick up some snacks on your way home, huh?
You really want me to cancel? That inn is fully booked for New Year's. It was nearly impossible to get a reservation. Do you realize how hard I had to beg for those rooms?
Stop making me repeat myself. If your husband and his parents say we're not going, then we're not going. Now shut up and call them to cancel.
Fine, but then you're covering the cancellation fees, right?
Huh?
You heard me. Thanks to your parents' last-minute tantrum, we're stuck paying holiday rates cancellation fees for 4 people. It's over $2,000.
Like hell we are. You'll be covering that. Don't try your luck, you idiot.
What?
Oh yeah, almost forgot. Mom says from now on, New Year's will always be at our house. She says it's your punishment for dragging us into your pathetic attempt at a family trip. She called you a failure of a wife.
Johnny, please, think this over. It's a beautiful inn. We could still make it a wonderful trip together. It'd be such a waste to cancel now.
Shut the hell up. You'll do exactly as we say. And you'll cover every cent of the cancellation fee. We don't do family trips at crappy inns.
Is that really what you want to say, Johnny? Even though it's your grandmother's inn?
What?
That's right. The place I booked. It's the traditional inn run by your own grandmother, Sally. You know, the one we can never visit because she's always too busy during the holidays.
No way!
I thought maybe this year we could finally spend some time together. Sally always works through New Year's, never able to relax. If we stayed there, even just for a little while, she could finally have family around her, even while she works. It was supposed to be something special. A little family warmth during her busiest time. But now, you're telling me you want to cancel on your own grandmother? Sally was so happy when I told her. She said she couldn't wait to see us all together for once, that it would be the first time in years she'd get to spend New Year's Eve with her grandson and his wife. But now you want to just throw all that away? Don't worry, I'll go alone. I'll tell Sally that you and your parents just couldn't be bothered. I'm sure she'll understand. After all, she knows what kind of selfish, spineless family you turned into.
You're going by yourself?
Yes. I'd rather spend New Year's alone in that old dump than sit at home with your entitled family. I'm sick of it. I'll rent a car and head there myself.
Wait, Marley, we're coming too, okay? Just wait at the station. We'll be there. Just don't say anything weird to Grandma, all right? Don't stir up trouble. Promise me that.
Please, Molly, I'm begging you. Don't say anything unnecessary to Mother. We're on our way now, I swear. Just tell her we overslept, okay? Cover for us. Unnecessary? You mean like how you and your husband have been treating me like garbage behind her back? Oh, don't worry, Amanda. I've already told her everything. What? Mother? It's been a while, hasn't it, Amanda? What's it been now? 10 years? 10 years of never once showing your face at New Year's. 10 years of ignoring my calls and letters. And now, after all that, you crawl back only because you got caught? No, that's not it at all, Mother. I wasn't ignoring you. You're always so busy with the inn, I didn't want to bother you. I thought it'd be rude to keep calling when you're working. I was just trying to be considerate, really. Oh, what a considerate daughter-in-law you've become. Funny, because Marley's told me everything about how you've been lording over her, playing the perfect mother-in-law, demanding respect, while you yourself haven't set foot in my inn in over a decade. That's not. Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't it usually customary to visit the husband's family for New Year's? At least that's what you kept telling Marley, isn't it? Yet you never followed that rule yourself, did you? You never once came to visit your husband's family, me. But you have the gall to force my grandson's wife to do what you never had the decency to do? Well, we were just, Johnny and I. We always said we preferred to spend New Year's quietly at home, and since Marley didn't seem to mind... Don't play dumb with me. I told you, I already heard everything. Marley told me how you've been bullying her, gaslighting her, dragging her to your house every year while refusing to visit her family even once. Don't you dare hide behind her now. Let's cut the act. You and your pathetic family just never wanted to come to my inn, did you? You used my grandson's wife as your shield for your selfishness. How dare you? When did you become such an entitled brat of a daughter-in-law? I'm sorry, Mother. We're all on our way right now, really. Let's all have a lovely family New Year at the inn, just like old times, okay? Please, let's calm down and... You idiots think you can just show up now? I told the staff to bar you from entering the premises. You're not welcome here. Turn around and go back home where you belong. What? Marley will be spending a peaceful, relaxing New Year's here at the inn, without you. All the expenses for the 3 of you freeloaders, I'll be giving them to Marley as compensation for all the years of stress you've caused her. You think I'd let my grandson's wife suffer through another New Year surrounded by snakes like you? No thanks. I'm sorry. We'll leave right away. We're so sorry, Mother. And let me make something clear. Once the holiday rush is over, you'd better brace yourselves. I'll be making time to personally visit your house. What? Oh, yes. It's been a long time since I gave anyone a proper daughter-in-law correction. I'll make sure you never forget what it means to disrespect your family and your elders.
Marley, when the hell are you coming back? Wasn't the New Year's trip to the hot spring inn supposed to be like 2 or 3 days? It's been over a week now. How long do you plan on hiding out at Grandma's stupid inn?
Actually, I'm not at the inn anymore. I've already left. Right after that, I went straight to my parents' house.
What? Your parents' house?
Yeah. Since we couldn't even spend New Year's together this year, again, I figured I'd at least come home to greet my family properly, and well, to let them know about the divorce. It was a sudden announcement, but they took it well. They said they support me, and that they're proud of me for finally standing up for myself.
Divorce? Wait! What the hell are you saying all of a sudden?
I'm serious, Johnny. I mean it. I feel refreshed, like I found a new spark of life soaking in those hot springs. I realized how suffocating my life with you has been, and now I'm determined. I'm going to divorce you and take back my freedom.
Whoa, hold on! You're overreacting! You're just throwing a tantrum because of the same old New Year's argument, right? I'll make it up to you! Next year we'll spend New Year's at your family's house, okay? So just calm down, alright?
I am calm, Johnny. That's the problem. I'm so calm that I can finally see everything clearly now. And honestly, I don't believe a single word that comes out of your mouth anymore. I can't trust you. If I'm doubting my own husband like this, isn't that proof that this marriage is already over?
No! Come on, that's not true!
But Sally said it too. She told me straight. She said I should dump you, that a fool like you isn't worth clinging to. She looked me in the eye and said I don't look happy anymore. That's when I realized she was right. I've been lying to myself for too long.
Oh, don't take everything she says at face value. She's always been strict and upright, old-fashioned, never gets along with the rest of the family. She's just an old hag who bullies everyone about manners and discipline. Don't let her words push you into divorce.
I think she's wonderful, actually. Even at her age, she runs that whole inn without a break, working harder than anyone I've ever seen. I only met her at our wedding, but honestly, I'd rather have a stern, disciplined mother-in-law like her than the fake passive-aggressive in-laws I got stuck with.
Come on, Marley, please. Let's just forget the divorce talk, okay? I'll change. I swear. I'll be on your side from now on. You don't want to end up a divorced woman at your age, do you? No one's gonna want you after that, you know? And didn't you say your parents want to see their grandkids soon? You can't just throw that away, right?
Don't make me laugh, you stupid grandson.
What the... Grandma!
Exactly. It's me, your Grandma Sally, the so-called old hag. Looks like my son and his idiot wife weren't enough. Our whole family's a disgrace. Honestly, Marley should have dumped your sorry ass years ago.
How are you even here? You're at Marley's house, aren't you?
I came here personally, idiot. As the representative of our sorry excuse for a family, I owed her parents an apology for everything we've put their daughter through all these years.
Apology? Come on, it's not like we did anything that bad. We just asked her to spend New Year's with us, that's all. You don't have to go that far, Grandma.
Shut up, you moron! Before she's your wife, Marley is their daughter. You dragged her away from her parents every year, made her miss every holiday, and you have the nerve to say it wasn't that bad? What kind of trash did your parents raise to make you this clueless? If your wife wants a divorce, you give her one. If you did something to make her despise you, it's your fault. Stop whining like a pathetic little boy. And when you divorce, you'll hand over your share of the assets, properly, without any tricks. Plus, you'll pay her compensation for all the emotional abuse and gaslighting you've put her through.
Compensation?
That's right. A real man would pay up without whining. And once the divorce is final, you'll also pay me back every penny I spent on your wedding. Don't forget that, you useless brat.
Wait, what? You want me to pay back the whole wedding cost, too?
Have you forgotten our deal? I told you, if you promised me as a man that you'd make Marley happy for the rest of her life, I'd pay the entire wedding cost out of my pocket. I handed you $50,000 in cash. Even at my age, I remember it clearly. And you can't even keep that promise.
I remember, but that's impossible now. If we divide the savings in the divorce, I'll barely have anything left. And if I also pay the compensation you want, plus $50,000 on top of that, I might end up in debt.
Good. That sounds about right for scum like you.
What?
Now, get the divorce papers ready today. From this point on, the only answer I'll accept from you is yes, ma'am. Thanks for sending the signed divorce papers. They arrived this morning. I just filed them at the courthouse. And guess what? They were accepted without any issues. We're officially done now. Thank you for everything up until now, Johnny.
Marley, please, just hear me out. I've been thinking. I really, truly regret everything I did. I know I was wrong. That's why... Would you consider giving me another chance? We could start over. I don't care if we have to start from scratch, dating, whatever it takes. I just want to be with you again, Marley. I'll do anything.
Don't be ridiculous. Do you seriously think I'd ever want to start over with a garbage man like you?
Garbage man?
Yeah. Garbage, trash, filth. I guess Sally really rubbed off on me, huh? I couldn't help but admire how she carries herself with pride and authority. She made me realize I deserve better, way better. And honestly, I'm kind of enjoying it.
I'm serious, Marley. I mean it. I was just... I don't know, caught up in this old-fashioned idea of wanting to be a man of the house, you know? I thought that's how I was supposed to act. I see now how stupid I was. I promise both me and my parents will never do anything that selfish again. Please!
You really don't get it, do you? You're begging your ex-wife to take you back. That alone makes you a pathetic man. You seriously don't see how disgusting that is? So let me make this crystal clear. Never contact me again. Ever. From this moment forward, we are strangers. Goodbye, Johnny. After that day, I never heard from my ex-husband again. There were no calls, no emails, no letters. It was as if he had simply vanished from my life, leaving nothing behind but a hollow, empty space where once there had been a person I had shared my life with. And honestly, I didn't feel sadness over that silence. In fact, the absence of his voice, his excuses, his manipulative words, it all felt like a relief. The toxicity that had once permeated every corner of my daily life was now finally gone, like the last remnants of smoke clearing from a long burning fire. Sometime later, I noticed that the promised division of property and a small amount labeled as compensation money had quietly been deposited into my account. There was no accompanying message, no attempt to make amends beyond that. The transaction had the cold, clinical feel of a business settlement rather than a gesture of a human apology. And maybe that was fitting. Our marriage had long since stopped feeling like a partnership built on love or respect. In the end, it had become nothing more than an arrangement of obligations, debts, and grudges. I learned more of what had unfolded afterward through mutual acquaintances and a few whispers that drifted through the small, tightly knit social circles we used to orbit. Apparently, Sally, Amanda's mother-in-law, had reached her breaking point with her grandson Johnny and her daughter-in-law Amanda. There had been a confrontation, dramatic enough to make even those outside the family take notice. Sally had called over Johnny and Amanda. Once she had them gathered at the main family residence, the same traditional inn that had been in her family for generations, she told them in no uncertain terms that she was done. She stared them down with an icy glare that no one dared challenge and declared, without a shred of hesitation, "If you find me so unbearable, if you really can't stand the sight of me, then you never have to see me again. But don't you dare think for a second that you'll ever receive a penny of my inheritance." Her words, sharp and cold as steel, cut through the air like a knife. And just like that, she severed all remaining ties with them. It turned out that Sally's true financial standing had been far more impressive than anyone outside the family had realized. She wasn't just running the old family inn that everyone thought was her only source of income. Behind the scenes, she had also been investing in real estate for years, quietly building an impressive portfolio. The value of her assets reportedly reached into the millions of dollars, a staggering figure that sent shockwaves through the family. When Johnny and Amanda found out the extent of Sally's wealth, they panicked. Greed and desperation overtook their pride, and they made frantic attempts to mend fences. They started visiting her unannounced, bringing expensive gifts and forcing smiles that couldn't quite hide the fear in their eyes. They volunteered to help with the inn's daily operations, scrubbing floors and greeting guests with fake politeness, hoping to prove their worth. They even encouraged Kylie to act sweet and endearing around her grandmother, thinking that using their daughter as a pawn might soften Sally's resolve. But Sally, having seen through their facade, didn't waver. She had endured enough betrayal, disrespect, and manipulation from her son and daughter-in-law. In the end, she made the decision she should have made years ago. She handed them an official notice of disownment. It was delivered with the same ruthless efficiency that she had built her business empire with. The document stated clearly and legally that Johnny, Amanda, and by extension, Kaya, were no longer recognized as part of her family. From that moment forward, they were to have no expectation of support, inheritance, or association. The notice came not only as a symbolic gesture, but also with legal weight, ensuring that they would be cut off in every sense. There would be no loopholes, no second chances. She had made up her mind. Johnny and Amanda were devastated. They had gambled everything on the hope that they could leech off Sally's fortune for the rest of their lives, living in comfort without lifting a finger. Now, they found themselves not only disowned, but also publicly humiliated. Word of the family fallout spread like wildfire among their peers and business contacts. Their social standing plummeted overnight. Friends distanced themselves, unwilling to be associated with the disgraced couple. Johnny's already fragile business ventures collapsed under the weight of gossip and scandal. Amanda, who had once prided herself on her lavish lifestyle and expensive social circles, now found herself the subject of ridicule and pity. Their fall from grace was swift and brutal. Meanwhile, Sally thrived. Freed from the burden of her parasitic family, she focused entirely on her businesses and her loyal employees, whom she treated more like family than her own blood ever deserved. She began mentoring young entrepreneurs in the community, offering guidance and support, and became something of a respected matriarchal figure in the area. Her inn flourished, gaining national attention for its impeccable service and traditional charm, while her real estate ventures continued to generate substantial income. As for me, hearing these developments brought me a quiet, bittersweet satisfaction, not because I delighted in other people's misery, but because I had always feared that people like Johnny and Amanda would continue to hurt those around them unchecked. Knowing that they had finally been held accountable, and by someone as formidable as Sally, gave me a sense of closure. Even more importantly, I felt a profound sense of peace for myself. The chains that once bound me to that toxic family had been broken not just emotionally, but legally and financially as well. I was finally truly free. There were no lingering threads, no debts, no manipulations. The past was the past. I looked at my bank account, saw the last of the payments, and closed the chapter on that part of my life with no regrets. Now, as I live my days surrounded by people who love and respect me for who I am, not for what I can provide, I find myself able to breathe deeply again. I can smile genuinely, laugh without fear, and look forward to the future without the shadow of the past creeping behind me. And I have no desire to ever cross paths with Johnny or Amanda. As for Sally, I heard she took a solo trip to Europe to celebrate her newfound independence. When I saw a photo of her standing proudly in front of the Eiffel Tower, smiling radiantly, I realized that sometimes, even those who seem like villains in one story can become heroes in their own.